Manchester City dream of signing Barcelona star reports have confirmed that Manchester City have set their sights on Barcelona playmaker Dani Olmo to secure his services in the near future. The Premier League side are looking to bolster their midfield with a modern number 10 in preparation for next season. Manchester City interested in Dani Olmo from Barcelona. The Spanish international, who has long been admired by Pep Guardiola's coaching staff, is reportedly at the top of Manchester City's wish list for the summer transfer window. City's interest stems from their desire to recruit a versatile attacking midfielder capable of linking play, creating chances, and contributing goals, a quality they will miss after the departure of Kevin De Bruyne. In this regard, Olmo ticks all the boxes previously mentioned, making him the most important target for the English club in the summer window. Interestingly, despite City's intentions, the move is far from straightforward. Olmo only returned to Barcelona less than a year ago, fulfilling his dream of playing for the club where he spent his formative years. His return included several personal and professional challenges, including a complicated registration issue, which he handled with great professionalism and a positive spirit. Barcelona's stance on selling Olmo. For their part, Barcelona are currently not considering selling Olmo, as the club recognizes his value and unique role this season under Hansi Flick, even if his season was affected by muscular injuries and off-pitch issues. Nevertheless, the player managed to score 11 goals and provide 6 assists in 36 appearances across all competitions, a respectable return for a player adapting to a new system in a demanding environment. That said, the situation could change rapidly if Manchester City were to make an enticing offer. Given Barcelona's deteriorating financial situation and their need to balance the books while strengthening key areas of the squad, a large bid, particularly one exceeding 60 to 70 million euros, could force the club to at least consider negotiations. Barcelona have several standout players in midfield and would not pass up the chance to secure a large sum from the player's departure. On the other hand, Manchester City are enduring a disastrous season, having exited the UEFA Champions League at an early knockout stage. They also failed to defend their Premier League title, which was officially handed to rivals Liverpool in recent weeks. The FA Cup remains City's only chance to salvage their season, having reached the final, where they will face Crystal Palace. UEFA issues. Decision in favor of Barcelona regarding referee in Inter Milan match. The storm has not calmed down yet, and it will not calm down anytime soon. The echoes of the second leg of the UEFA Champions League semi-final between Inter Milan and Barcelona, which took place on a fiery night in the Italian capital, continue to resonate through the press, sports programs, and the hearts of Barcelona fans. Once again, they feel that their team was a victim of biased and questionable officiating. Polish referee Szymon Marciniak found himself at the center of the storm, going from a figure who was supposed to ensure fairness to one who is now a controversial character, directly accused by Catalan media and an angry fanbase. Controversial decisions and boundless Catalan anger. The match, which ended in a 4-3 victory for Inter Milan, saw a number of refereeing decisions that raised many questions, not just from Barcelona supporters, but also from former referees and neutral media outlets. Among the most prominent moments were a questionable penalty awarded to Inter in the 82nd minute, after a minor contact that many felt did not warrant the maximum penalty, and the overlooking of a clear handball by an Inter defender inside the penalty area. However, the most contentious moment was the violent challenge on Lamine Yamal in the 88th minute, which Marciniak only punished with a yellow card for the Italian defender, while some argued that the challenge deserved a straight red card. All of this occurred alongside a strong performance from Barcelona, who took the lead multiple times during the match and were on the verge of reaching the European final, until a decisive whistle from Marciniak turned the balance in a matter of minutes. Barcelona exited the match heartbroken, sad, and angry, not just at their opponent, but at the referee, who they felt had been unfair in crucial moments. Marciniak and the White Love, the most serious accusation Catalan newspapers, did not just express anger over Marciniak's decisions. They went further, labeling the Polish referee as a fan of Real Madrid, Barcelona's eternal rival. This description was not just a passing remark, but was based on past incidents and analyses. One such example was a famous moment from last season when Dutch defender Matthijs de Ligt, playing for Bayern Munich at the time, scored a goal against Real Madrid after a rebound. However, Marciniak blew his whistle before the ball had even touched the net, a decision that sparked widespread controversy at the time, with some suggesting that the referee had blown the whistle prematurely without justification. Now, with the events of the European semi-final between Barcelona and Inter, Catalan newspapers have once again linked the dots, questioning Marciniak's impartiality, bluntly asking, how can a referee with such a controversial history in matches involving Real Madrid be tasked with officiating a crucial match for Barcelona? Isn't there a clear conflict of interest, or at the very least, a violation of the principle of neutrality which should be non-negotiable in European refereeing? UEFA finally acts. But is it too late? In the face of this overwhelming wave of criticism, UEFA had no choice but to take action, which some viewed as an indirect confirmation that something had indeed gone wrong on that fateful European night. UEFA decided to exclude Simon Marciniak from officiating any of the European finals this season, including the UEFA Champions League final, the Europa League final, or even the Conference League final. Catalan newspaper Sport reported that Marciniak had been a leading candidate to officiate one of these finals. But due to mounting media pressure and growing anger, UEFA took a precautionary step in an attempt to extinguish the fire and calm public opinion, especially in Spain. But the lingering question remains. Is this enough? Does Marciniak's exclusion from the finals restore Barcelona's chance of reaching the final? Can the effort of an entire season, which was lost in a match that was supposed to be decided on the pitch, not by a dubious whistle, ever be recovered? Fan fury, and a resounding voice from the stands. It was not just the media who were outraged after the match. Even Barcelona fans expressed their intense anger, both on social media and within the city of Barcelona itself. Banners appeared on the streets with messages like "Fake Justice," UEFA against Barcelona, and Marciniak, the royal referee. Dozens of fans gathered outside the club's headquarters, demanding an official protest against the referee, and some even called for the club to withdraw from future European competitions unless refereeing impartiality was guaranteed. Where is Colina? Where is the refereeing committee? While everyone is asking about the stance of the referee, no one has heard from UEFA's refereeing committee, nor from its famous president Pierluigi Collina, who has often defended referees on previous occasions. However, this time, he remained silent, which was interpreted as an implicit admission that something had gone wrong in the appointment of Marciniak for this critical match. Conclusion. Where does the purity of football go? What happened in the Inter-versus Barcelona match is not just a passing controversy. It is a clear sign of a growing crisis of trust between major clubs and UEFA, especially when it comes to refereeing. When a club the size of Barcelona, with its history and fan base, feels that it has been a victim of questionable decisions and that the opposing team was handed refereeing gifts on a silver platter, football becomes less pure and more of a spectacle than a sport. Marciniak may not officiate any finals this season, but the impact of his decisions will remain etched in the memory of every Catalan, as a new lesson in how a referee can sadly become the most influential player in the fate of an entire club. Rafinha is rediscovering himself with Barcelona under Flick's leadership. Brazilian forward Rafinha is currently delivering his best season in terms of goals and assists with his team, FC Barcelona. Barcelona fans have become used to seeing Rafinha kneeling on one knee with his fist raised in the air this season, as the Brazilian has used his signature goal celebration more than ever during the 2024-2025 season. The Spanish Giants player, who wears the number 11 shirt, is having his best season ever in terms of goal involvement, and his contributions have been crucial to winning 2 titles so far this season, with hopes of securing another. Rafinha has exploded as a goal scorer in his 3rd season with Barcelona, netting 34 goals across all competitions this season, more than triple his previous single-season tally, having scored 10 goals in both the 2022-2023 and 2023-2024 seasons, according to the official website of the Catalan club today, Tuesday. This goal tally puts him behind veteran Polish star Robert Lewandowski, Barcelona's top scorer this season with 40 goals across all competitions. However, Rafinha has been Barcelona's top scorer in the UEFA Champions League this season with 13 goals, adding to 18 in La Liga, 4 in the Copa del Rey, and 1 in the Spanish Super Cup. Rafinha continued his goal-scoring form after netting twice in Barcelona's 4-3 win over their traditional rivals Real Madrid last Sunday in La Liga, proving his decisive presence in major encounters. Rafinha has not only been a goal scorer, but has also shown this season in creating goals, providing 22 assists this season. This compares to a total of 23 assists across the previous 2 seasons, 12 assists in the 2022/2023 season, and 11 assists in the 2023/2024 season. This season, the Samba star has been involved in 56 of Barcelona's 167 goals, having played 52 matches across all competitions. Statistics that highlight the Brazilian player's importance to the team led by German manager Hansi Flick. It is worth noting that Barcelona are on the verge of clinching their 28th La Liga title in history, currently sitting at the top of the table with 82 points, 7 points clear of second-placed Real Madrid, with only 3 rounds remaining in the season. Barcelona have already won 2 trophies this season, the Spanish Super Cup last January and the Copa del Rey last month, after defeating Real Madrid in the final of both